Okay, table shows the number of miles travelled in 2013 in Great Britain by different types of vehicles. It's all given in standard form. That's big numbers, cars, number of miles. It's a lot. Write the number of miles travelled by heavy goods vehicles. That's this one. As an ordinary number. So 1.57 times 10 to the power of 10. That means I've got to do 1.57 and times it by 10 times. So if I times it by 10 twice, that'll give me 157. So I've got 157. That's times it by 10 once, twice, and I've got 8 more to do, so I need to add 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll put in the commas from the right hand side. So comma there for the thousands, comma there for the millions, comma there for the billions. So it'll be 15,700,000,000. Work out how many more miles were travelled by cars than light vehicles. I'll do it in red. So cars is this one here, and I've got to take away the light vehicles. Now you could actually just do it without changing into normal numbers, but I think I will change it into normal numbers. So the first one, cars, I'm going to times it by 10 twice, so that'll be 240. And that's 10. I need to add 9 more zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've got to take away the one underneath it, which is 426. I've got to times it by 10 twice, and then I've got to add 8 more zeros. Actually, I'm going to add the 8 more zeros first. And very carefully putting them obviously underneath the zeros above, so I'm going to have to do subtraction. What I'm just doing, so times it by 10 twice, and then 8 zeros, so I'm going to get 426 now. And now I'm going to have to subtract this. All of these are going to be 0 until I get to 6 from 0. I can't do, so I'm going to have to change. Well, I could actually see what I have to add on to 426 and to get to 2,400, but I'm going to do it old-fashioned way and borrow one from there, which makes that 10, and then I'm going to have to borrow one from there, which makes that 9, and that makes that 10, and that gives me 4, 7, and I can't do that, so 4 from 23 is 19. So 1974 with loads of zeros. I've got to write it in standard form, so it's got to be 1.974 times by 10 to the power of, and how many times I've moved to the decimal place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1.974 times 10 to the power of 11. That's a bit fiddly. Right. Estimate the number of, the number of miles travelled by all motor vehicles was that in 1993. And in 2013, it's that. So estimate the percentage increase. Well, percentage increase is always, you work out the increase and you divide it by the original. And that's a fraction, and you change the fraction into percentage by timesing by 100%. Travel by all motor vehicles from 1993 to 2013 by rounding the values to 2 significant figures. So I've got to round this to 2 significant figures. That'll be 3 times 10 to the power of 11. And this one here is going to be 2.5 times 10 to the power of 11. So what's my increase? I've gone from 2.5 times 10 to the 11 all the way up to 3 times 10 to the 11. So my increase is 0.5 times 10 to the 11. And I've got to divide that by the original. And that's what it was in 1993, which is 2.5 times 10 to the 11. And that's a fraction. So I have to change that, times it by 100. And that will give me the answer in percent. Obviously, I can divide top and bottom by 10 to the 11. And I've got 0.5 over 2.5. Well, what I want to do is probably multiply top and bottom by 10, which would give me 5 over 25 times 100%. And that's 5 over 25 is a fifth and a fifth times 100 is 20. So the answer is 20% increase. And that's 13 done.